everyone. Welcome to our 2018 State of the City Address. It is so great to see all these people. I was talking to Peggy and Barbara during the week, like, hey, where are we at with reservations? Where are we at? And they're like, you know what, Brenda, don't worry about it. Again, I'm so excited that you guys are all taking the time to spend your lunch with us, a little bit of your afternoon with us to kind of find out what's going on with the city. But at this time, I want to start off with recognizing our sponsor for the State of the City Address, which is Altair Paramount. Please give them a round of applause. And if you haven't already noticed, in front of each of you, there is a little gift from Altair, a thank you gift from the sponsor. And what it is a pedometer. So what is that telling us, you guys? What does that mean, right? That means that you guys all had, for New Year's, a resolution to get fit. Are we going to get fit, Paramount? We have Healthy Paramount. Let's get fit. Use these, and maybe after the meeting, we'll all get together and take a lunch break, and we'll do some walking. We also want to recognize our centerpiece sponsor, the gas company. And I thought I saw Julia. No? What? Julia's not here present, but again, we want to thank and recognize her. Julia Emerson is our public affairs manager for the gas company. So a round of applause for the gas company. All right, you guys, this is the fun part. We're going to move into some introductions. Okay, I'm so very honored to actually have all these special guests join us today. So what we're going to do is when I call your name, you can stand, you can wave, you can do a jumping jack, or you can sing. So, okay, we just want to see who you are. So in the interest of time, I'm going to ask that you please hold your applause until the introductions are complete. So we're going to start with our elected officials. Joining us today, Congresswoman Lucille Roboy-Allard. Representing Senator Ricardo Lares, we have Julia Juarez. Representing Speaker of the House Assembly Anthony Rendon, we have Adrian Landa. What was the rule? You're supposed to wave, dance, shake, clapping, applause till the end. It's like Simon Says. Simon Says. Okay, guys, and representing LA County Supervisor Linda Johnson, representing Janice Hahn. Thank you. Oh. Simon Says. No more clapping. From the city of Paramount, we have Mayor Peggy Lemons. Vice Mayor Diane Martinez. Council Member Lori Guillen. We have Council Member Tom Hansen. Council Member Daryl Hoffmeyer. And City Manager John Moreno. Simon Says. It's okay. For the Paramount Unified School District, we have our Board President, Vivian Hansen. Vice President, Sonia Cuellar. Board Member, Alicia Anderson. Board Member, Linda Garcia. On her way. Board Member, Tony Peña. On his way. And Superintendent, Dr. Ruth Perez. From the LA County Sheriff, we have Lieutenant Oscar Beregon. We have Lieutenant Richard Harpfam, and we have Captain James Wolak. Representing Compton Community College District, we have Keith Curry, Provost CEO. Deborah LeBlanc, Board of Trustees, and Sonia Lopez, Board of Trustees member. Other special guests we have with us today, Sally Hazard, the Executive Director of SIACA. She has the flu. Oh, that was cute. We have Jeremy Ekno, Senior Executive Director for the YMCA. We have April O'Connor, President of the Teachers Association of Paramount. And Margaret Arbini Madonna, Executive Director for the American Red Cross. Right. Now, representing my team, my executive directors and directors from the Paramount Chamber of Commerce. We have Senior Vice President John Tankledge from Maricon Vinegar, USA. Vice President Ben Berg, Transcom Telecommunications. Treasurer Dr. Max Martinez. Director Leonard Crespo, Total Western. Director Paul Dennis, Weber Metals. Director Gloria Gamino from Casa Gamino Restaurants. Director Daniel Griffith from SC Fuels. Director Bill Kapikoff, CalMet Services. Director Tony Manos, Domino's Pizza. Director Eddie Marquez, Alt Air Paramount. And Director Alicia Valadez from Northgate Gonzalez Market. And last but not least, I'd like to announce and introduce our hardworking ambassadors. Our Ambassador Chair, Matt Wagner from GM Properties, way in the back. Vice Chair, Dr. Linda Timmons from Advocates for the Family Unity. Secretary, Erika Estudillo de Ponce from Wavefront Technology. Margaret Garcia, teacher from Paramount Unified School District. And Tony Warefield from Union Credit Education Services. Okay, I'm gonna take a breath. Now we can all clap. Okay, and before we start our lunch, at this time, I'd like to call Pastor Laura Worth from Chapel of Change Christian Fellowship to come forward and give us the invocation. And at the same time, I would like to call up former Marine and current council member Daryl Hoffmeyer to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let's bow our heads. Father in heaven, we come before your throne of grace and we welcome you in this place. We commit this meeting unto you and ask that your plans would be established. We ask that your hand would be upon our city council, our city staff, our school board district, our police department, the Chamber of Commerce, every business and every residence. And Lord, may we experience you in a mighty and profound way. Have your way today. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Yes, would everybody please rise and face our flag and honor this great flag we are with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
I'm happy to be here to join all of you in celebrating all of the accomplishments and improvements that Paramount has carried on for the past year. And I'm looking forward to hearing what future plans are and also about the challenges, because there are always challenges. And by having a better understanding of what they may be, enables us to all work together, not only as elected officials or city staff, but as a community. Last year I was extremely happy to be able to submit the city's history into the congressional record in honor of Paramount's 60th anniversary, which highlighted all of the many accomplishments and the leadership and commitment that the city has to innovation. The city, it's really so exciting to see what is happening with the city. The different events, because even when I'm not here, my staff is here and I get reports about new businesses opening up and all the things that are happening, because Paramount is becoming not only an increasingly more exciting and viable city, but extremely important, not just for the residents of the city, but for our entire region. And I want to compliment your mayors, your city council members, the staffs, the business, everyone who has seen the potential in Paramount and has taken a chance and invested in it. So again, I can't wait to hear what you all have to say. I look forward to working with all of you and doing my best to make sure that your dreams for the future of Paramount become a reality. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Congresswoman, and we are very fortunate in the city of Paramount to actually have such a well-respected member of Congress as our representative. And we thank you very much for being with us here today, truly. So now we begin our presentations. And I am truly actually honored to serve as your president of the Chamber this year. And I'm actually pleased to present to you the Paramount Chamber of Commerce, A Year in Motion. This year we're doing a little something different. Usually the presidents, we come up and we give our speech and kind of tell you where we're at with the chamber, but this year I wanted to do something different. I actually wanted to give you a visual of all the things that we're accomplishing, all the ideas that we have, and actually share with you what we want to be doing in the next coming years. So, as we begin, I want to begin by sharing with you just who our members are. And by this, you can see from this chart, we're a pretty diverse chamber. So, let's take a closer look at who falls into these categories. First, we have our retail members, like IHOP, Domino's, Northgate, which make up the largest portion of the membership at 24%. Next, we have our service providers, like The Workout. Hey, this might come in handy. Kimberly's Dance Studio. They are 22% of our membership. Then, we have our professionals who make up 18% and our associations at 13%, which are Promise Hospital of East LA, the YMCA, who's with us today as well. And finally, we have manufacturing at 12%, contractors at 4%, distributors and wholesalers at 4%, and education at 2%, which is Paramount Unified School District, California SCREW, Altair, for some examples. So what are some of the services the Chamber provides to promote economic growth? And I think that's the big word. How do we promote economic growth here in the city of Paramount? We offer free business counseling in partnership with the Long Beach Community College Small Business Development Center. Counseling is not restricted just to our members, but instead is open to anyone, anyone who's interested in opening or expanding a business. Our bilingual counselor did 232 one-on-one counselings sessions this last year. For anyone who is interested, he is available by appointment every Wednesday in the Paramount Chamber Business Resource Center. We also hold monthly education workshops, which are conducted by the SBDC consultants in the Business Resource Center located at the Chamber office on Paramount Boulevard, if you didn't know that. The Chamber offers a variety of networking opportunities for businesses, including quarterly networking breakfasts, hosted at 7:30 in the morning for all you early birds, ribbon cuttings, and special events such as today's luncheon. We also publish a monthly newspaper, The Pulse Beat. How many of you have seen our Pulse Beat? How many of you read our Pulse Beat? All right. The purpose of the Pulse Beat is to promote the city of Paramount, its business community, and associations. By doing this, we are saying Paramount is a great place to be, and it's a great place to do business, which in turn promotes economic growth in our city. The Chamber also has a very active Facebook. How many of you guys like our Facebook page? I only see one hand. I don't know. The Facebook page we use to promote events, job openings, and the community at large. Facebook helps us reach other audiences and to get time-sensitive information out to the community. So if you haven't liked us, go ahead and do it now and get caught up. So our year in motion continues. Last year, we helped 15 businesses open their doors with a chamber ribbon cutting ceremony, and we used the Pulse Beat and social media to promote them. And these are just a few: IHOP, Farmers Market, SoCal, and grocery outlets. The monthly workshops I told you about earlier cover topics like marketing strategies that increase sales, understanding your financials, secrets to successfully leasing space, building a marketing strategy, or creating an effective business plan. But let's talk about the networking breakfasts. We hold 4 networking breakfasts that were attended by more than 100 businesses. Last year, what we did is we added guest speakers. Now, the guest speakers have been great additions to our chamber breakfasts, because what they do is they teach you maybe how to market your business or even how to enhance your social media. Has anybody been to one of our breakfasts where we have a guest speaker? Pretty good. and it's had some great attendance. So I advise you, take a look, come join us one day at 7:30 in the morning. So now, the annual State of the City address, sold out this year and last year, as you can see from this room. Thank you guys all for being here. We truly appreciate it. This is a perfect opportunity for businesses to learn what is happening in the city of Paramount. Our annual job fair, another great event, was a success with 40 vendors who helped more than 100 people with jobs, creating resumes, and resume critiques. Now we get into the fun stuff. For those who like to have a lot of fun and socialize, does anybody like to socialize in this room? Yeah, got some socializers. We have our annual golf classic, which is played at Friendly Hills Country Club. Last year, more than 100 golfers got to enjoy a great afternoon on the green. If you have never joined us, please come out. It's a great event, and we do have a lot of fun. The next great event we do is our annual poker tournament, which takes place right here at Progress Park. We have great prizes donated by our members, dinner, and some healthy competition at this event. And as you can see from this video, one of our board members landed in 3rd place as a female landed in 2nd place. Just wanted to say that. At the end of each fiscal year, we hold our annual installation and awards luncheon. This is our opportunity to thank the individuals and the businesses who make it possible for Paramount to have the best chamber in the region. And of course, like every organization, we can't do it without help. Here are just a few examples of Paramount Chamber's partnerships. We work with the Red Cross to promote and solicit business volunteers for Prepare Paramount. This is a long-term commitment in partnership with the American Red Cross. We want to make sure that Paramount is ready in the event of a disaster. We joined Assembly Anthony Rendon in recognizing his choice for Small Business of the Year, the Horchateria Rio Luna, and combined it with a Small Business Expo. Every year, we partner with Paramount SASFA on Job Fair. They help us bring employers and services that will help our residents to find employment. And most recently, we joined AppleCare Medical Group in their year-long commitment to help residents get healthy and stay healthy. Again, we can use these. One of our most and dear-hearted important partners is the ones that we have with our ambassadors. If it wasn't for this group of volunteers helping at every event, we could not do what we do today. Several of them are here with us today, and I would like to ask them to please stand so we could properly say thank you. So if I could please have my ambassadors stand up, please. Thank you. So, we say, why? Why should you invest in the Paramount Chamber of Commerce? You should invest because we promote economic growth. We connect you to the community. We provide you networking opportunities, just as you are in this room today. We're a referral network for the entire city. We are the liaison between business and government. So again, why should you invest in the Paramount Chamber of Commerce? As you can see, Paramount has a great chamber, and we have accomplished great things this year. We truly have. Good things are happening in Paramount, and the chamber is proud to be a part of that success. First of all, and lastly, I want all of you to give yourselves a big round of applause for what you've helped us accomplish this year. Thank you very much for your time and attention. Superintendent of Paramount Unified School District, Dr. Ruth Perez.
Good afternoon, everyone. And forgive me for bringing water with me. I'd like to apologize before I even begin for my voice because I have inherited a cold from, I think, my husband, or at least I am blaming him for it. But I'm grateful to be able to be here today on this occasion. And it is truly my privilege and honor to serve as the school district of Paramount Unified Superintendent for the last 2 years. Time flies. The Paramount School District currently enrolls over 15,000 students in preschool through grades 12, and also serves the community through an adult education program that offers high school equivalency courses leading adults to a diploma, credit recovery opportunities to current high school students, English as a second language classes for the community, transition classes to special education students over the age of 21, and special programs leading to specialization and certification in medical assistance and phlebotomy, as well as computer technology. The school district has become a leading one in the state of California, receiving state and national recognition for student achievement in academics, as well as for the implementation of programs addressing the needs of the whole child through nutritional, behavioral, and after-school recreational support necessary for students to achieve academically and develop as healthy and productive citizens. All of this has been accomplished and continues to be achieved as a result of a special commitment made over a decade ago by the Board of Education and the City of Paramount to ensure the progress of the city through an absolute commitment to supporting its students and schools. Board longevity of service and experience has been significant to the achievement in the district. Educational research supports longevity among top leaders, including principals, to achieve continued academic progress in a school district. Our Board of Education has served through many years of commitment to the Paramount schools, principals, teachers, and students they intimately know. They provide the oversight, the policies, and procedures to help me lead over 15,000 students and over 2,300 employees while keeping the district financially solvent and in compliance with state and federal regulations. I would be remiss if I did not mention that this year we celebrated the 30th year of President Vivian Hansen's service on the Board of Education in Paramount. I would like to once again congratulate, but also thank the Board of Education for their continuous support of our students and schools. Also with us this afternoon is the executive leadership team of the Paramount Unified School District, assistant principals Dr. Stark, Dr. Morales, and Mr. Frutos. They're sitting right here. What makes our 18 schools successful is contingent upon the level of instructional leadership and relational capacity of our principals as they lead teachers and students, as well as work with our most significant partners, our parents. In the Paramount Unified School District, a significant majority of our principals are former teacher academic coaches. Rather than hiring principals straight from the classroom, we strive to provide our teachers with opportunities for leadership that in turn make them stronger principals when they begin their careers. Collaboration is one of our core values in Paramount, and the continuous professional development of principals and teachers is provided in all areas of teaching and learning. Training is provided during the school year as well as during the summer months. Last year, we provided 85 days of professional development, and during this past summer, we provided 21 separate professional days to 450 teachers on best practices to strengthen their skills in subject matter and in the use of technology. With the assistance of parents, students, community members, teachers, and administrators, we developed the Paramount Unified Strategic Plan to provide a unanimous focus for the next 5 years. As a result, all of the district's energy and resources are committed to these areas: college and career-ready graduates, high-quality teaching and learning, parent and community partnerships, positive school climate, and environments conducive to learning. You can access the entire strategic plan document on the district website provided on the informational copy you have at your tables. To support students to be college and career graduates, our Board of Education is opening a new STEM Academy in August. STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. The school will open with 150 students in August, ninth graders, at the former Lakewood Elementary campus. The Odyssey will provide an intensive experience where students will learn to work collaboratively to address grand challenges from the National Science Foundation. The experience that Odyssey students will receive will be highly personalized, collaborative, and will emphasize hands-on, minds-on, and hearts-on learning. Our district graduation rate continues to grow. Buena Vista, our continuation high school, and Paramount High School both share a combined graduation rate that is higher than the state average. You will note this data, it goes up to the year 2016. That is because the state is always a year behind in computing graduation rates across the state. But we trust that it has increased even further. The high school graduation rate alone increased to 92.1%. Both schools combined, Buena Vista and Paramount, increased to 87%, surpassing the state average of 84%. On behalf of our students, I thank you. Students prepared for college has increased significantly over the previous year at both high schools and the district overall. Completing college required courses called A through G is a focus at our high schools. The black bar reflects Buena Vista and Paramount High School, and the red bar reflects Paramount High School alone and the growth of students completing college required courses. Providing relevant studies and classes that spark student interest in college and careers has led to the creation of pathways that we strive to increase each year. Career and technical education programs that are offered include architectural design, engineering design, patient care, design, visual and media arts, entrepreneurship, food service, and hospitality. We are also extending these opportunities and interests to students in middle school as well. For example, you may have read in the papers last week, Alondra Middle School students called medical detectives will be able to work with Paramount High School's medical pathway students to explore human physiology, check vital signs, and practice CPR on training dummies thanks to a plan aimed at creating a smooth transition between the two programs. By the way, these training dummies cost $80,000 each because they are incredibly lifelike. We were able to purchase them through a state CTE grant. This year, the Board of Education approved for more than 4,000 students the opportunity to take the PSAT and SAT at no cost and during the actual school day. Additionally, as part of this initiative, students were also offered free SAT prep classes called Kaplan classes that normally would cost a family $600 to send their child to in order to position our students for success. These classes were provided. Paramount Unified High School was just named in December as an AP Honor Roll high school by the prestigious College Board. This recognition was given for boosting access to advanced placement courses to a broader number of students while maintaining and improving AP exam passing rates, which provide students with free college credit. The College Board, which awards the honor, recognized just 34 California school districts, and there are over 1,000, but 34 California districts and 447 districts across the US and Canada. As you can imagine, we're ecstatic to be recognized by the College Board for the work our students have achieved in advanced placement courses. Our emphasis on AP is built upon our commitment to positioning our youth for success. High-quality teaching and learning, focus area number 2 of our strategic plan, is a commitment to help teachers and our leadership grow. Exemplary educators is another one of our core values. And this is a result of personal and professional goals our teachers have and leadership demonstrates and the professional development the district provides. This year, we have partnered with the University of Washington Center for Educational Leadership to adopt an instructional framework based on research that exemplifies high-quality teaching and learning. What you see here are Paramount Unified educators engaged in collaboration and training, which happens all year. This year, the last 2 of our remaining middle schools are receiving state and national recognition in Sacramento and in Washington, D.C. for meeting the National Schools to Watch academic criteria. To earn and maintain this designation, schools must complete an extensive application that is reviewed by middle grades experts around the country. Every 3 years, they are reviewed again, and in the state this year, only 22 middle schools were added. Now, all of Paramount middle schools are designated as schools to watch. The schools receiving this designation this year, the last 2, Paramount Park and Hollydale K-8. Additionally, the California School Boards Association honors schools with exemplary programs each year. Last year, Jefferson received a Golden Bell for their work on instilling a growth mindset in students. And once again, another school is receiving a Golden Bell this year. Collins Elementary School won a Golden Bell Award for developing and implementing a successful positive behavior program that has lowered suspension rates and improved attendance through implementation of a safe and civil schools program. In place for 6 years at Collins, the program develops good behavior in students to ensure school-wide safety while improving student achievement. Since the program's inception, Collins Elementary has reduced its suspension rate by 81%. The school also boosted attendance rates over the last 2 years from 94% to 97%, and they surpassed the target goal that they had of 95. The district is moving forward to provide each and every student by 2020 with a Chromebook computer. Additionally, we are providing teachers with technology training to facilitate teaching and learning. A sample Chromebook is shared with you at your tables. Feel free to look at this, as these are the Chromebooks that our students are receiving and taking home. I'm sorry, though, you have to give them up at the end of my speech. This year, we rolled out Chromebooks. This is part of a 3-year plan. And this year, we rolled out Chromebooks to all third graders in the district, an entire middle school as a pilot, and all of 9th through 10th graders across the district. Here is how technology is transforming our work.
It's just quicker, it's better, and it's just all together, it just helps us, it improves our work.
Brisa said when you get a lot of papers, you tend to like get disorganized, you tend to like
Lose
have
them,
some
yeah.
lose them or like wrinkle them and everything. But on the Chromebook, like Office 365 automatically saves your documents, so like it makes it easier to find, and then you have it all on your computer.
I would say that I like it because no question goes unanswered. If you have a question, you can just look it up.
We search up images of a leader or pictures of something, like for example Martin Luther King.
Research information of things I don't know yet.
or things we're practicing on in my class. I really enjoy having my own Chromebook because it keeps me up with technology. Using my Chromebook helps me learn so much more. Use our Chromebook to type because right now I'm a one-handed typer, but with my Chromebook I'm learning how to type regularly.
I'm making a storyboard on Chapter 3 of Frederick Douglass, and it's really cool because it allows me to visualize what's going on.
I'm really excited for our next project, our group project. We're going to be using voice recorders for the characters in the story that we're reading.
We use our Chromebooks to get into our text, and we use it to answer text-dependent questions.
We do most of our assignments on our Chromebooks. My favorite thing about this is because we can check our grades and also collaborate with our peers.
I also like to use my Chromebook because we can work on group projects and communicate with our friends from home.
Our focus area number 3 of our strategic plan is parent and community partnerships. Paramount Unified School District participates in Workability, a program funded and administered by the California Department of Education. We are blessed beyond measure to have all of these community partners you see here and more supporting our students. Additionally, they provide our special needs adult students with the opportunity to complete their secondary education while also obtaining marketable job skills. The employability of students improves through on-the-job subsidized or unsubsidized work experience. We owe a debt of gratitude to many in this room who are supporting our Paramount students in this manner. To all these businesses, we extend to you our heartfelt thank you. To further support our students' college and career aspirations, and in keeping with our focus to develop new relationships, we are forming new partnerships with the colleges and universities you see on this slide. Compton College, Cal State Long Beach, and UC Irvine to eventually secure guaranteed admission to our students and free tuition. I have no doubt that we will be able to achieve this for our graduates in the very near future. Last year, with the support of the Paramount Education Foundation, we raised over $100,000 in scholarships for seniors. And each year, the Elks Lodge provides all of our third graders with dictionaries. And last year, I shared that the Paramount Rotary, of which I am a proud Rotarian, and Vision to Learn, another one of our educational partners, had provided over 100 free glasses to our students at Los Cerritos Elementary School. Well, it is with heartfelt gratitude that I share with you that since then, over 800 students in 7 schools, including our high schools, have received free exams, free glasses, and this will continue because the commitment by our partners, Rotary and Vision to Learn, is to provide every Paramount Unified student with a free exam and glasses. Paramount Unified elementary students are also learning the joys of music through the Harmony Project and the After School Star program run by the city. This extracurricular enrichment program is music to the ears of nearly 200 Paramount Unified School District elementary school students participating in the Harmony Project, a program teaching them that their ABCs do more than create words, but also comprise the notes and chords that are building blocks of music. Harmony Project students from 10 district elementary schools are learning how to care for and maintain brass or woodwind instruments, the fundamentals of reading music, and the proper placement and techniques to produce musical effects. Participating students meet twice a week after school and are allowed to take their instruments home to practice. This spring, the students will come together for a district-wide orchestral recital. In September, Harmony Project teachers visited each of the Paramount campuses to introduce students to the 4 instruments included in its lesson: saxophone, trombone, clarinet, and flute, performing a short music piece so that the students could make an informed choice on which instruments they preferred. And as you can see in this picture, the left are the elementary students in the Harmony Project, and on the right is our high school music program. And what we want to achieve is a transition, a smooth transition from elementary through high school to support music and the arts. For students to learn, they must feel safe, engaged, connected, and supported in their classrooms and schools. These conditions for learning are the elements of a school's climate that students experience personally. They contribute to students' academic achievement and success and are associated with improved grades, strong attendance, and positive relationships. The district has worked in partnership this year with the regulatory agencies in charge of improving air quality in the community, including the placement of testing equipment by the SCA QMD in our district schools. The district has conducted 2 of 3 planned indoor air testing cycles, and the results received so far are of low levels or, as described by the testing teams, background levels. Last year, we received a donation from the gas company of air filters for odors, which were placed in every classroom at the schools where odors were reported. The district is committed to providing environments conducive to learning, and to that end continues to use high-efficiency HVAC filters and to clean using HEPA-filtered vacuums. This picture of our website is here to share with you that we have a special link on air quality on our website with disclosed documents and all communications that we have shared over the last year with the South Coast Air Quality Management District, the Department of Health, parents, teachers, and community. 84%, as you may know, of our community supported Measure I, the bond that is now funding projects that include not only Chromebooks, technology, but so far 18 portable classroom replacements, renovation of Paramount High School's West Campus, development of Odyssey STEM Academy, reconstruction of 38 classrooms district-wide, and additionally, through energy grants and facilities funds, the district has been able to replace over 125 air conditioning systems, install district-wide indoor and outdoor LED light systems, and implement new electrical systems at Wirtz and Roosevelt Elementary School. These systems and our bond projects improve our environments and provide many years of effective use of our facilities. As our facilities and technology teams continue building new infrastructure, systems, and facilities, we also continue the implementation of the one-to-one initiative of Chromebooks to provide Chromebook devices to each student, as I mentioned, as well as new instructional and administrative applications. The district is also improving the technology backbone by upgrading and replacing network equipment, and the district is finalizing the design of the new district-wide area network, which will provide faster, wired, and wireless access to our entire district community. Paramount Unified School District is fiscally strong, with economic reports and audits that reflect a stable financial condition. The district's annual budget is more than the blue line that you see on this graph, which is local control funding. It also includes other revenues from the federal government and is close to $190 million, of which 74.5% is spent on salaries and benefits. The district also spends significant dollars on educational materials and initiatives, and maintains a collaborative decision-making approach by including our instructional teams, parents, staff, and community members in the process for the expenditure of funds and implementation of programs. Each school is tasked annually to develop a site plan for expenditure of funds, and each school publishes their site plans, and they are each available on our district website. This plan is developed in collaboration with parents as well as teachers, and in some cases at the higher level students. Because an expenditure this year also is our safety and security efforts, where we implemented a new safety training and drill process and developed a new mobile command center for emergencies. Because of our good financial standing, our fiscal team was selected to pilot a new county financial system and has implemented new online tools to facilitate staffing and budgeting. An economist once said, and this stuck to me for many, many years, that the wealth of a community is contingent on the success of its schools. To all of you that support our students, our teachers, and leaders, thank you for your continued support. Our success is your success, and we share that success with you today. Thank you very much.
I'd like to call up our next speaker. I'm honored to introduce the mayor of our great city of Paramount, Mayor Peggy Lemons.
Thank you, everyone. Good afternoon. And I want to add my voice to the chamber president and say I, too, want to thank our incredible school board, the leadership there, Dr. Perez. My baby's graduated from Paramount a long time ago, but I do have a granddaughter that's attending Lincoln Elementary, and every day that she comes home and shows me what she's learned, I'm amazed at the teachers there and what they're able to accomplish. What I couldn't do all summer, she did in a few months, so obviously you do incredible work there. We're going to kick off the city's presentation with a short video of about 5 minutes to recap 2017 for you, and then I'm going to say a few words followed by our city manager, John Moreno.
A year in the life of a city can be a very vigorous time. You're full of accomplishments, challenges, new experiences, and old issues. And so it was in Paramount during 2017. Now that 2018 is upon us, let's take a glance back at what happened last year.
Paramount, and welcome to our grand opening of our 3 restaurants located on Clearwater Crossing. We have the Habit, Waba Grill, and Chipotle. Come on down and grab a bite to eat.
Here at the grand opening of Papa John's on Paramount and Somerset. Let's go on inside and see what they're making. Welcome to our 60th anniversary celebration kickoff. Let's go inside and check out the exhibition.
us about this new program that they were gonna start in Paramount, and I was like, I'm joining in and I'm gonna apply it.
So it's from 9th to 12th, and it's a great way to be involved in your city.
As you can see, our new downtown looks really great. And I'm going to tell you that I hear from people all the time about the special things that they like about the downtown, whether it's the landscaping, it's the signage, or the outdoor dining. And it's really been an economic boost to our community, too. After all these years, it's exciting to have a variety of places to eat. Everyone seems to have favorites. I have to admit, I spend way too much time at the Habit eating sweet potato fries. In addition to all the choices available at the Clearwater Crossing, the community was really excited about IHOP, which opened in Town Center East. One thing's for sure, we definitely have more options, and that's really something to celebrate. When it comes to celebrations, it doesn't seem that long ago that we had our 50th birthday. Last year, we turned 60. As years go, it definitely had its highs and its lows. While we certainly make note of our highs, Paramount never runs from its lows. We learned that lesson a long time ago with the GRIP program, our gang prevention. We found that if you acknowledge an issue and put everyone to work on it, the solution, then there is no problem that can't be solved. All it takes is a willingness to communicate and cooperate. When we do that, miracles happen. We had other events too, like Dia del Niño and Dia de los Muertos, that were fabulous thanks to Tepic City Sisters organization. Both of those were held in Paramount Park. In general, recreational space in Paramount is scarce because we've been built out for years. The new futsal courts are one example how we make the most of what we have. The walking track at Jackson School is another example of communication and cooperation. The area residents wanted exercise options, so we worked with the school district to open the track for public use. I'm told it gets a lot of use. We're very fortunate to have a great relationship with our school district, so once again, we can make the best of what we have. The STAR program is also a partnership with Paramount Unified. It's on district campuses since 2007 and is staffed by our employees. And it's paid for by a grant that we receive from the state. It addresses a lot of community needs: after-school care, homework help, and a chance to learn about healthy foods and participate in fitness activities. More outreach about nutrition and wellness started last year with Healthy Paramount, another collaboration. This one with the city, the business community, and specifically Apple Care Medical Group. Plus, we have the freshest fruits and vegetables every week at our farmers market, a great addition to our city. It also features delicious prepared foods and lots of unique products, all in a friendly outdoor setting. If you haven't paid a visit, I hope you will. It's here every Friday from 9:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. The Youth Commission, what a concept. I've always known that we have the most amazing kids in our city. I've seen their brilliance and their dedication through the PEP program, their volunteerism at city events, and as TAG Art winners. The Youth Commission gives our high school students the chance to learn how government works and a forum for sharing their goals and ideas for Paramount's future. They actually had a commission meeting here last night in the conference room across the hall, and I went over to visit them, and I made the mistake of asking them if they had any questions. I was there for like the next 20 minutes. They were an amazing group of kids. This in turn helps us tailor our programs to meet their needs. With young people like this, the future is bright. I have no doubt that one day you will see I served on the Paramount Youth Commission as a bullet point on a resume or on a piece of political literature in the future. I hope you like the art that we have in town, like the 2 sculptures we added last year. You can make a whole day out of touring the beautiful and interesting pieces that make up Paramount's Outdoor Art Museum. Adding the developer's fee to pay for the artwork all those years ago when redevelopment started was a great idea. Art in the community uplifts us all. We moved our summer concerts to Progress Park last year and saw a lot of growth in attendance. There's just something special about a night out in the park with your neighbors enjoying good food and great music. It makes you feel like you're part of something special. Time marches on, and summer seems to move quickly into the holiday season. I don't want to brag, but I do think no one does the holidays better than Paramount. Of course, there's our Santa train, where we hand out 25,000 apples and candy canes every year to adults and children. Every year, you will hear stories when you're riding the train about how they met Santa when they were a young child and they are there with their own children or grandchildren. It's quite a unique tradition. Then we have Breakfast with Santa that serves 1,800 people. One of the best parts of Breakfast with Santa is the snow. Years ago, when we were thinking about bringing in snow, I shared that I hadn't seen real snow until I was in my mid-20s. So I thought it would be a great treat for our children. It has proven to be a lot of fun, from the snowballs to the sled runs. These events are enjoyed by huge crowds year after year, and sometimes we have special guests, like our Congresswoman who had Breakfast with Santa with us this past year. Paramount is full of good, decent, positive people with dreams, with hopes, and optimism. It's my home. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Mayor Lemons, President, Chamber President Almos, and Chamber members. Today we're going to look back at 2017 by using some famous and maybe some not so famous quotes. But before we get started, I want you to all take out your smartphones. Take out your phones. You can either download an app or go on your web browser. The name of the game we're going to play is Kahoot. So for those of you who've played it, it's a fun game. We're going to do that after. And I've brought up my own water. Sorry, Dr. Perez, I'm not going to use yours. I don't want to catch your cold. So I've got them all set there. So once again, at the end of the presentation, I'll be asking you some questions about a few of the topics that I covered. And the top 3 individuals who get the most correct answers in the fastest time will win a prize from the city. We have 3 prizes up there, so first, second, and third place. We'll also give you a PIN number before we start the game. That'll be after my presentation. So you'll see when you pull it up, it'll ask you for your PIN. Hold on to that thought, and then we will give you the PIN, and then you'll enter a name or a nickname. So you've all been warned. There will be a test afterwards. So let's start off with the economy. The economy, let me get a little light here. There we go. Beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship. Now, pardon me for starting off my presentation day by boasting, just like the mayor said, but here I go. Paramount truly is a great ship. We've always been a great ship in the financial sense. But beyond that, our officials and staff are a motivated group of caring, dedicated people. And when it comes to finances in particular, we're skilled mariners, completely on top of our expenses, and always making sure our vessel is structurally sound. Our finance department has been winning awards for financial reporting since 1982. Our largest single category of income is sales tax. Now looking at this chart here, you can tell that this category of revenue has been steady. So in 2008, you can see there our sales tax revenue was $7.46 million. In 2017, it was at $7.28 million. Well, steady is good. I like to see growth, though, keep up with increases in costs, similar to the way that you would run your business. Nonetheless, we're very thankful for growth in other areas such as our utility users tax. This, as well as conservative spending practices and creative ways to get the job done, as I will cover later in the presentation, has allowed us to continue providing top quality services to our residents and businesses. Now, through all of this, we have been able to even post surpluses for the last 7 years, including $360,000 in 2017. So unless you're really into this financial stuff, it may sound boring and humdrum, just like the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl again. But this is how financial management ought to be. It ought to be boring. But sometimes, though, you look around and see some shocking things. Agencies where the dull business of keeping the books has produced plenty of drama through things like embezzlement. In Paramount, as long as I've been here, for the 25 years I've been here, we've always played by the rules. And like every city, we undergo a yearly audit, which we've passed with flying colors. Still, sometimes you want to go the extra mile, which is something that we did last year. Last year, we initiated a further audit procedure. The auditors studied the way we disperse cash and wire out our funds. Now, this was voluntary, folks. It didn't have to be done. I'm very happy to report that we were found to be in great shape. Only minor changes were recommended. So, no deals with Russian oligarchs or anything similar lurking in the background there. Just got to hit that up. So we'll continue to look for ways to maintain the integrity of our operations and retain the stability that we've been known for the last few decades. Running a tight ship seems to produce positive ripples into the community too. Unemployment here has been dropping for years, as in now at 4.9%. Yes, thank you. We all can remember the high unemployment rate from back in the height of the recession, and here's what it looked like in 2008. Property values in Paramount continue to increase. According to Zillow, the median price of a house in Paramount went from $367,000 in January of last year to around $400,000 today. In fact, the latest housing development to be built in town, which is 30 new single-family homes near the Home Depot, is sold out. They went very quick, folks. Prices ranged here from the high 500s to the low 600s, so it's very stable, to use that word again. Now, continuing with the financial world a bit longer, we've relaunched our efforts to express the eternal need for our residents to support the local economy and business community. It's called Shop Local, Spend in Paramount. The idea is very simple. The money that's spent in Paramount puts our officers on the beat and maintains our parks for kids. One way we're getting the word out is through a dedicated Facebook page, just like the Chamber has. So if your business deals with consumers, we want you to be a part of it. We'll promote your specials, your coupons, show your videos, do short features or profiles, and provide other types of help. Case in point, you'll find a coupon from Yogurtland on your chair. Unlike the laptops at the school, you can keep the coupon, so we won't take that away from you. I'm kidding. So please, join us in Shop Local, Spend in Paramount. The contact information there you see is on the screen. Now, moving on to public safety. I was going to do an Arnold Schwarzenegger, kind of routine here, but I won't, because I was told I don't do a good Arnold Schwarzenegger. So, true public safety requires a collaboration between law enforcement and the community. These are two serious quotes here, both of them simple but true. One is from a Minnesota Democrat and from a California Republican. It was another good year for us in terms of Part 1 crimes, which had an overall drop of 6%. Theft, arson, rape, and robbery all led with substantial declines. If you look here at our 10-year trend, the figures are down by a healthy 18%. But even with the slight uptick that we saw in 2015 and 2016, those numbers were still way below 2008 and are nowhere near the highest levels reported years ago. In fact, when it comes to serious crimes, you have to go way back to the late 1960s and early 1970s to find comparable levels to what we're seeing today. So I want to thank the Sheriff's Department, if you're still here, Captain Wolak and his team, for being such strong. Thank you. They truly have been such strong and collaborative partners over these years. But law enforcement cannot do it alone, as we all know. Our Neighborhood Watch program in Paramount is still very vibrant. Last year, we had 33 meetings with 649 residents attending these. The meetings cover all sorts of public safety topics, but one of the more consistent complaints we hear about all the meetings is speeding. So we did something different last year to address the need to cut down speed. We had an unfilled motorcycle officer position, a position that can be a revolving door and at times take weeks or even months to refill it. Instead of waiting for a single deputy to fill the spot, we open up overtime shifts to all motorcycle deputies within the LA County Sheriff's Department. The response has been phenomenal, and we have seen the fruits of this labor with 2,844 citations issued over the last year. We take the issue of speeding our streets very seriously for the public hazard that it represents. We do not, however, go quite as far as some Canadian officers here. Sometimes the law, you just have to be a little more lenient than they are. It was down to some challenges from 2017. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times, it was the age of wisdom. Now we come to the most controversial topic from last year, something that created headlines in the press, as we all heard, and was full of frightening news, frustration, heated debate, and finally, partnership, leadership, and progress. Paramount, as the mayor mentioned, has certainly seen its share of challenges over the decades. How many of you remember this report from 1982? How many of you remember the response? What became our hallmark was the community coming together to make things better and developing programs that helped us overcome obstacles. This time, however, the challenge that we faced was air pollution. We confronted hexavalent chromium. The extremely high levels of this toxin that were found seemed to come out of nowhere. Even the AQMD was caught unaware by these high levels of pollution. The big story of 2017, however, involved a wide cast of characters: local, county, state agencies, residents, environmental activists, businesses, clergy, and more. It revealed to us how environmental management actually works and who holds what kind of power. With that progress has come success. This slide on the screen says a lot, that significant improvements have been made since October of 2016. And that's not the city out there shouting mission accomplished prematurely like a president from days gone by. This line is from the AQMD, the scientists, the regulators, the experts. So at your seats, you'll find a brochure that details many of the city's efforts in this area. But right now, I do want to show you all a short version of a video reviewing some of the lessons that we all learned in 2017.
In the fall of 2016, the community of Paramount learned that the South Coast Air Quality Management District, or SCAQMD, had detected elevated levels of hexavalent chromium in certain areas of the city.
When I first heard about the high levels of hexchrome in our city, I was angry. I wanted to know how this could happen, why there wasn't some warning, what failure had taken place, and then I had about 1,000 questions.
We had a lot to learn, and quickly, but it was clear that SCAQMD is the regulatory leader for air quality, so we engaged them directly.
The Air Quality Management District is a regional government agency that's sole focus is to address the air quality challenges set forth by the federal and state government. Well, I think that when we look at hexavalent chromium, we're learning a lot. We're learning that it's actually a little bit more persistent than perhaps we thought. and we've learned that it's come from practices or from operations and processes that we hadn't understood. So when you start getting into this mode, all of a sudden you get a lot of information in terms of, it seems to be very much heat related, and there seem to be other processes. And so what we're doing right now is we're starting to look at other areas where there may be heat generated, which may cause the formation of the hexavalent chrome.
The city immediately developed 3 primary objectives in response to the findings: inform the public, learn more about the science, and take proactive measures to reduce future risks.
It was very important for the City of Paramount to keep the public informed every step of the way. So we had a website created that is dedicated specifically to air quality in the city. That's ParamountEnvironment.org. Another way in which the city reached out to the community was to hold public forums. And we wanted to reach as broad a base as we could. We had town hall meetings at which the public could come and address us. Every conceivable measure that we could take to get information out to the public, we put it out in the local paper, the Pulse Beat. There were several articles done in the Around Town. We, of course, did regular press releases to the local newspapers. So any avenue that we could think of to reach out to the public, we certainly made that effort.
We got tremendous cooperation and support from the City of Paramount. And I would say that that level of cooperation and support has only increased over time.
Paramount's response to the chromium issue was challenging in that it was a completely uncharted territory for the city. Their efforts at meeting with our office, our district office, on a monthly basis was something that we greatly appreciated and really helped to contribute to the communication between us. Another important thing that they did was to put a temporary moratorium on all metal plating institutions, which was essential for the community.
The AQMD has been a critical partner with the city. Without their expertise, without their equipment, without them being able to gather the data that we needed to find whatever sources of hexchrome there were in the city, and then to share with us their expertise on how to resolve the issue, I don't think we'd be where we are today.
The city's regular communication with SCAQMD and other regulatory agencies became an essential starting point for discussions on next steps forward. Based on these discussions, and after hearing concerns from the public, the city initiated a host of new ideas, including a business license partnership with SCAQMD, monthly testing of the water supply, acquisition of additional air monitors, and partnering in soil testing with Department of Toxic Substances Control and the LA County Department of Public Health. The results of the water and soil testing indicated that the levels of hexavalent chromium met health standards and presented no health concerns. Ultimately, the City Council Air Quality Subcommittee provided an opportunity for the Paramount community to study issues related to air quality and explore comprehensive reforms to the city's zoning code that could reduce risks to Paramount's air quality.
As a member of the Air Quality Subcommittee, I found our work to be focused and aggressive. Our recommendations around land use restriction will eliminate most forms of metal-related processing plants from opening in the city.
We've been able to reduce the levels of hexavalent chrome in the community significantly. So what we were seeing before at unprecedented levels, we're now much closer to natural background. The success and the aggressive nature that we've had working in Paramount really sort of set the bar, if you will. This is something that can be done throughout the state, and I'm sure this is something that will be done throughout the nation in the years to come.
I love the city of Paramount, and when people ask me what's Paramount, I say we're the heartland, because you're not going to meet kinder people, you're not going to meet more hardworking people, you're not going to meet people who are more invested in their children and in their community than here in the city of Paramount. As city officials, we're very aware of the fact that there's a lot of work still to be done. The health and welfare of our residents is priority number one, and we're going to continue to work with all the environmental agencies that monitor air quality in the city of Paramount, and the city will continue to be vigilant.
Air quality concerns remain, but the lessons learned by elected officials and regulators will benefit other communities as the new methodologies and science learned in Paramount are applied in other areas that hexavalent chromium have been found. The City of Paramount and air quality regulators remain focused on helping the residents of Paramount. Stay informed by visiting the ParamountEnvironment.org website. To report air quality complaints, including foul odors, call 1-800-CUT-SMOG.
Last year I went over the actions taken up to that point and told you about other planned responses, so I want to focus on a few of the really important things that have happened since then. The soil and dust at Village Park were tested by the state and by the city. The California Department of Toxic Substances Control certified that the soil and the dust at the park does not contain hazardous levels of hexavalent chromium or other metals that are commonly used in the industry. This was great news for our community. The fact that the park is located in the industrial area of town and showed no impactful signs of pollution was very encouraging to us. The LA County Department of Public Health also published findings on soil samples taken by both them and the city near two businesses identified as sources of hex chrome. According to their report, the low detection of hex chrome at the 10 soil sampling locations, and some of which were near homes, suggests that, quote, direct contact with or accidental ingestion of these surface soils would not appear to represent an exposure pathway of public health concern. Again, we're grateful for these results. In light of the public's concerns with hex chrome in the air, we decided to go above and beyond all state and federal standards when testing our drinking water. In late 2016, we started monthly testing for hex chrome. The results have always showed levels to be less than 1 part per billion, which is well within safe drinking water standards. Now, some other quick points to go over. The City Council Air Quality Subcommittee spent most of the year studying ways to make sure these problems related to metal businesses will be lessened in the future. As I mentioned last year, the City Council shut down expansion of these types of businesses and the opening of new ones with a moratorium. Then the solution of radically revamping our zoning regulations and planning laws was developed. If approved, these changes should go a long way towards controlling potential sources of pollutants in town. As the video explains, these actions and results do in fact show that although there's still work to be done, and we're not done with the latest challenge, significant improvements have been made in Paramount's air quality. Now, on to another challenge. Times are very difficult right now with another issue that has spread across our region, and that is homelessness. According to the annual survey conducted by the county, the numbers here in Paramount have more than doubled from 50 people in 2016 to 111 last year. It's a terrible situation with any number of root causes. Regardless of those causes, it's another tough challenge that we in Paramount will not turn away from. Joining with the City of Bellflower, the Home for Good Funders Collaborative, and the County Homeless Initiative, we received a grant for $100,000 last year. We will split this money with Bellflower to create a plan that coordinates community members, nonprofit organizations, and stakeholders to try and solve homelessness here. Now on to the infrastructure. An army marches on its stomach, and a city travels on its streets, sidewalks, and walking, running, and biking trails. We had another productive year laying asphalt, repairing sidewalks, building drought-tolerant medians, retrofitting city facilities for energy efficiency, and making recreation improvements like building the new courts that the mayor had mentioned. Regarding streets, our big resurfacing project was a portion of Alondra Boulevard, one of our busiest streets. This was good for our cars, specifically our tires, but it was also good for our environment, specifically in terms of our used tires. Are you confused by that? Well, let me explain. The resurfacing projects are done with rubberized asphalt, which is a way to recycle old tires. So on Alondra, we diverted almost, I'm giving you a hint here, almost 10,000 tires from the landfills. That's a lot of rubber hitting the road, so. By the way, our street paving will get a boost thanks to the state transportation bill that passed last year. Our share will be nearly $13 million over the next 10 years for local road repairs, so we hope to do a lot more paving in the years to come. Speaking of transportation-related news, a few years back, LA County voters approved an increase in the sales tax to help boost public transit. Now, as a result, a light rail line planned for our area will probably be built sooner rather than later. Note, I said probably. So when it's done, it will run from Artesia through Paramount and into Union Station in downtown LA. The route will include 2 stations here in Paramount. That will definitely be a dramatic part of our infrastructure. It will also feature possible economic growth opportunities in areas around the two stations. Now, a lot of planning will be done this upcoming year, and we are tracking, no pun intended there, we're tracking this all very carefully because opportunities aside, we will strongly oppose any negative impacts such a large project might produce. Now, leaving cars and trains for a while, we'll be providing more space for bikes, extending the bike path thanks to a very competitive $3.4 million grant that we were awarded last year from Caltrans. Now, say what you want about Caltrans, but if they're giving us money like this, to me, they're the most efficient, high-functioning, intuitive, and intelligent agency in the state, in my humble opinion. So the bike trail will, this extension will go from Somerset Boulevard, where it currently ends there at the bottom of the screen, the bottom right, and it will go all the way up to Rosecrans. Design begins this year, and construction will be scheduled to start and end in year 2020. Eventually, the trail will join the LA River, which is to the far left, connecting downtown LA to the Pacific Ocean at Seal Beach. One job that the city does is to repair damaged sidewalks on a regular basis. Now, to do this more cost effectively, we were one of the first cities to join a pilot program through our insurance agents, our insurance authorities. So with this program, we received over $30,000 for the project. So more than 140 miles of sidewalks were assessed. This allowed us to identify where panels could be repaired rather than fully replaced, which saved us a lot of money. Within 4 months, we removed over 9,000 sidewalk trip hazards, spanning roughly 228,000 square feet in the city. Now, finding these potential hazards and getting rid of them quickly was driven by our commitment to safety and keeping our risk management costs low. Now, back to recycling for a minute, a type of recycling anyway, involving part of our virtual infrastructure, our city website. Have you been to our city website? It's about time we redo that thing. So the current site went live in 2001 with no design changes since. I mean, the photos of the koi fish here and the duck are really cute, don't get me wrong, but not very representative of our town. And if you try to navigate the site on a mobile device, please accept our profound apologies. We'll get there. We should have something to unveil for you by mid-year, so keep an eye out for it, please. Now on to some odds and ends. You do not know how much they mean to me, my friends, and how rare and strange it is to find in life composed so much of odds and ends. These following items I'm about to go over aren't the mysterious and maybe profound musings that the poet seems to be talking about, but they do fall outside of a specific category, as things often do. The Los Angeles County's Community Choice Energy Program, or LACE, is a program that we join at the direction of the council that will hopefully save everyone in town money on their electric bills. It combines the buying power of Paramount customers with customers in other jurisdictions. So your electricity will still be delivered by Edison, you'll still be billed by Edison, you can even stay with Edison if you want to, but if you join LACE, you can determine the source of your power and that Edison bill should be lower. You can buy renewable energy through LACE for less money than Edison's renewable energy rate. This is a big step for us, as we were one of only a handful of cities in LA County to do this. But it's once again another way that the city is working to be more environmentally friendly, so stay tuned for more details. The Red Cross was mentioned earlier. The Long Beach chapter of the Red Cross has been a real resource for hundreds of our residents through their smoke detector program. The Red Cross has provided the smoke detectors for free, and they have been installed by volunteers from our churches, Habitat for Humanity, LA County Fire, and folks from some of the companies that are here today. Last year, here's another hint, last year there were 330 installations. It's a potentially life-saving effort, and we thank everyone who has been involved. Now, speaking of preparedness, the city changed vendors for a reverse 911 system last year. The messages that we send out through landline, cell phone, or text can cover a range of issues, including emergencies, public safety, recreation, special events, etc. I urge everyone to sign up on our homepage at ParamountCity.com, where there is an easy-to-find tab. Now, here's something that might have gone under economic activity, but it's just too delicious not to be a standalone morsel. So as the mayor pointed out, we've been on a roll when it comes to new food and drink established. Heck, more than a roll. We've been on hamburgers, we've been on boba, we've been on teriyaki bowls, pancakes, you name it, with our latest one being IHOP. This movement is still going forward. Ono Hawaiian Barbecue opened up a few weeks ago, and the last 2 tenants at Clearwater Crossing have started constructions. Now, one of those is the Stinkin' Crawfish, featuring an amazing menu of Cajun and other seafood delights with a full bar and an indoor-outdoor patio. The Pizza Press will be right next door where you can create your own pizza pie and wash it down with a selection of their craft beers. Some star power came to Rosecrans last year across from the high school. La Diosa de los Moles is operated by Miss Rocio Camacho, who is known as the goddess of mole on the LA food scene. She has brought us her legendary recipes, and it's always nice to welcome a celebrity to town. We hope she really thrives here, just like another small business has done. The Horchateria Rio Luna, as mentioned earlier, has been a regional smash since opening and being featured on local TV. Last year, they were named the Small Business of the Year by Speaker Anthony Rendon for his Assembly District. The city also nominated them to take part in a nonprofit program for healthy small businesses, which turned out to be a great experience for them. Last year, I told you we created a Boulevard of Heroes along Paramount Boulevard to honor our residents who are currently serving in the military. We also have a special place in our hearts for our military veterans from Paramount. In 2017, the City Council adopted a program that will shine a light on these vets. We will be sharing their stories with the community in a variety of ways like social media and our website, and also offer some other perks. The first part of this program happened last year in conjunction with our partners at the animal shelter Siaka. The Pets for Vets program provided free dog and cat adoption. The animal shelter pays for half, and the city pays for the other half. Paying tribute to our veterans will be a pleasure and an honor for us to do. The mayor mentioned that in Paramount, our recreational space is rather limited due to any number of historical reasons. So we try to be creative and efficient with the resources that we have, getting the most usage possible for the greatest number of residents. In fact, that same spirit of efficiency led our recreation department to begin exploring partnerships with outside agencies that might bring specialized expertise to certain of our recreation programs. So we joined together with the local YMCA, who's here today, wave guys, the local YMCA, to run our youth basketball league and provide water safety classes. We also turned over the management of our youth soccer leagues to the Paramount Youth Organization. Now, I'd like to end with saying that we are a relatively lean staff when it comes to our employees and staffing levels. That's why we look for these inventive ways to get the job done and get it done well for the people of Paramount. And I can guarantee you this, everybody who works for the city is devoted to Paramount and works hard and does whatever it takes to get the job done. And I thank you very much. Now we're going to play our game. We're going to play Kahoot. So coming up on the screen will be the pin. Can I get the lights, please? All right, there's your pin, 407103. Enter it in Kahoot, 407103. And then enter your name, whatever name you want to call yourself. Big prizes here. Okay, we'll give you about 10 more seconds. Okay. Okay, and city staff's not allowed to play. Sorry, guys. It doesn't recognize the pin? Uh-oh. 407103. Uh-oh. We're fixing it. We'll try another pin. Here we go. Yeah, we're in cahoots. There you go. I like that. Good comment. All right. We're going to go classic. All right, we've got a new pin coming. All right, here we go. All right, 632084. 632084. Please try that. Let's get some winners. Got it? All right. All right. People are ready? Okay, look at that. Here they come. Look at all these people joining. Woo! Wow. Everybody's joining. Okay. 29 players, 30 players. It's going up. All right. All right, 34. Okay, let's go ahead and start. All right, 5 questions. Are you ready? Here we go. What is the average price of a single-family home in Paramount? Is it red, 350,000, blue, 375,000, yellow, 400,000, or green, 410,000? 350, 375, 400, or 410? 3 seconds. Oh, it was 400,000. All right, look at that. So Gary so far is in the lead here. All right, 4 more questions. What was the decrease in the crime rate in 2017? Was it red 2%, blue 6%, yellow 4%, or green 5%? What was the decrease in the crime rate in 2017? Was it 3 seconds? It was 6%. Ooh, Gary's looks like he's running away with it here. Our third question, we're going to keep it moving. How many tires were diverted? Here we go. How many tires were diverted from the landfill? Was it red, 10,000, blue, 12,000, yellow, 8,000, or green, 6,000? Is it red, 10,000? Is it red, 10,000? It was red, 10,000. All right. Oh, looks like remember, we have prizes for the top 3. All right, 4th question. How many smoke detectors were installed during the Red Cross? Was it red, 215, blue, 313, yellow, 276, or green, 300? 10 seconds. Red, blue, yellow, or green? 4 seconds. 313. All right. Oh, Adrian, wow. Woo, look at that. Last question. What was the last major restaurant to open in Paramount in 2017? Red, IHOP, blue, Hiccups, yellow, Papa John's, or green, The Habit? 10 seconds coming up now. Here we go. 5 seconds. Get your votes in. All right, it was red. So let's see who our top 3 winners are, and we're done. It was YMCA, Adrian, and Gary. Thank you all for playing. I really appreciate you staying here with us. And for the 3 winners, if they'll come up and we'll give you your prize. Thank you very much. Have a nice afternoon.
I think everybody in this room, 27 years does say a lot. And we want to thank you for your endless dedication, your endless commitment, and your drive. And you truly, truly, truly will be missed. Peggy Lemons, you guys, 27 years for Paramount.
That's really special. I didn't put that in her script, so she truly did catch me unawares. I really truly want to say that although it's been 27 years, it has flown by because just as I said in my speeches, the mayor, this is an amazing city filled with incredible people. And I never failed to be astounded when I would go to any business in this town and ask them to help out a service club, a church, a city program, or the chamber. They were right there. So thank you for giving me an incredible career.